Hey everybody, it's the American Samurai back again with another review. Today we take another look at WCW. This is WCW Review 1. Coming from this DVD. Stay tuned to the video afterwards. I'll tell you where you can find a copy of this DVD. I actually have it written here. This opens with a commercial for the original Great American Bash tape. Your hosts, of course, are Gordon Sully and Bill Abner. This is this is Lord of the Rings, Superstars and Superbouts. This is the second tape of the series, originally available from Bill Abner's Pro Wrestling Illustrated. The first match is Junkyard Dog versus the Missing Link from the first Parade of Champions. Link is being managed at this time by Skandor Akbar. Link would later get a female manager. I believe it was... he would have different managers through his period of time, but I think later on it was it Sunny or Precious? It was one of Jimmy Garvin's managers. I forget which one. He'll get later on. And then we go on to Starrcade 1983, which is the dog collar match between Rowdy Roddy Piper and Greg Hammer Valentine, both channel favorites here. During the promos at this time, Greg Hammer would refer to this as the Year of the Ear, as through most of their matches he would attack their ear. Due to this match and subsequent later matches that were happening around the territory at this time, Piper would lose 70% of his hearing in his left ear. Flashback, we get we were talked about the orchid of wrestling, the most flamboyant wrestler of his time, Gorgeous George, who, rumor has it, actually got all his orchids from Nero Wolfe. That was the rumor. Of course, it could have actually been Rex Stout. We don't really know. Then we talk about Adrian Street, the exotic one from Mid-Atlantic. For those of you who are fans of the movie, what was it? Hold on. Let me look here. The Grunt. The wrestling movie. You're probably familiar with him. From Mid-Atlantic. Then we have Wahoo McDaniel's footage. Abdullah Butcher versus Carlos Colon. This would have been from Carlos Colon's territory. I mentioned that the feud is still going on to this day. There was a YouTube tape, Abdullah Butcher, Who's Next? That's up on YouTube if you want to see more of that feud. Go to previous page for more information. Mention the lose town stipulation. Do not read this page. Do not read the directions out loud, you numbskull. Oh, right. Right. The next match is a loser leaves town match between Jerry Lawler and Superstar. We talks about the famous feud between Superstar Billy Graham and Superstar Bill Dundee and Jerry the King Lawler. In the Memphis territory. The Memphis territory is my brother's favorite classic territory. I myself am a big fan of the World Class Championship Wrestling territory. Then the next thing we have here is Memphis, Jerry Lawler, and Andy Kaufman. We talk about that famous angle. Andy Kaufman is one of the big superstars, and this would open the gates for later on celebrity things such as Dennis Rodman, Cyndi Lauper, and various other superstars that would later on enter into the wrestling world. But Andy Kaufman was the first, and some say the best. Then we have the third fall in a 3-out-of-fall NWA title match between Harley Race and Dory Funk Jr. Then we have Ric Flair versus Harley Race at Starrcade 83. Dusty Rhodes, the people's champion, baby. I did it all for the people. versus Tully Blanchard. Then we have WCCW, the Freebirds versus Fritz, Mike, and Kevin in a 6-man tag team match. This would have been also from the first Cotton Bowl. Then we have the Heaven Needs a Champion song. Then we have Kerry versus Flair for the title. This would also have been from the first Parade Champions. Then we have Ricky Steamboat versus Tully Blanchard. Then we have the rematch for Kerry versus Ric Flair in Japan. Jimmy Valiant versus Assassin 2, NWA/Memphis. The Fabulous Ones versus the Assassins. Then Randy Savage pile driving Ricky Morton through a table. Road versus the Fabulous Ones, and then a mix of various NWA wrestlers, including some stuff you've already seen, but you also see Bugsy McGraw and Jimmy Valiant's alter ego, Charlie Brown, from out of town. And other NWA wrestlers wrestling to the hand jive. Overall, I give this rating a 5 out of 5. Where can you get this DVD? Well, you can get it from WrestlingEpicenterStore.com. Superstars, Superbouts, $5.99. You can find this by typing in Superstars, and it'll be on page 6 if you're looking on your mobile phone. All right, so that was my review of Superstars and Superbouts. This is the second tape in the Pro Wrestling Illustrated Superstars Lords of the Ring series. Let me know what you guys think if you've ever seen this review. And stay tuned as we will have a WCW figure unboxing review, as we're going to talk about one of the original WCW stars, because Freebird Fantasia is running wild. And that's the big hit you're going to get from me. All right, until next time, this is the American Samurai, staying safe, stay sane, and I'll see you next time right here on Bucky749.